Enron is the biggest owner of pipeline in US. They are collapsed in the huge scandal accounting which caused the Enron stock price drop, and the company filed for bankruptcy in December 2001. This shows that organization culture can drive ethical blindness and able to destroy the giant company. The main reason for the bankruptcy of Enron is how the CEOs and the employees frame their business model. Basically, framing is the principle that our choices are influenced by the way they are framed through different wording, settings, and situations. Framing effect is a cognitive bias in which the brain makes decisions about information depending on how the information is presented. Framing effect is overused in marketing to influence decision makers and purchasers. When the frame emphasizes a desirable attribute, the customer is more likely to take action. The CEO and the accounting personnel at Enron did not figure out that their manipulation of the financial statement was unethical. This is due to their problem at the time that influenced their action. Their frame of reference was loyalty towards the organization and to maximize the company's stock price without having thoughts of outcome. Thus, they think that their actions are ethical, but if those employees were capable to think in the bigger scope of ethical conduct, they might not do this unethical behavior at the first place. This is the example on how the CEO of the company reacts towards their action.
I feel horrible, but that's not to say that I think I did something illegal.
In another way around, if the employees think of the impact of their action might affect towards the people's investment, they may have react vice versa. We could see that if an issue or a problem is being framed in the wrong way, it will influence the subsequent thoughts and judgment of an individual. Framing are usually used within the corporate setting where sometimes employees were required to use technical terminology instead of terms with a clear moral implication to explain their behavior in ways that permit the unethical behavior. Positive frames generate situations that avoid risk-taking and proactive behavior, while negative frames generate situations that cause people to take more risk and reactive behavior. When it comes to setting frame, it is found that people respond to losses more than gain. Change in framing from positive to negative produce better responses from consumers and service users. For an example, in encouraging use of complaint mechanism, McDonald Group received significant increase in number of concern reports when they changed the name of their line from whistleblowing facility, which is considered had negative connotations, into speak up line, which is more positive.
Question 3. The question asks the framing tactic used by the different businesses. Advertisers use the framing tactics to present information in a manner that influences how the viewers interpret that information. In 1954, a tobacco industry, which is Marlboro, used the framing tactics for their advertisement to influence the consumer to smoke. They used the term "come to where the flavor is," which meant that the Marlboro smoker know where to find the good things in their life. They also claim that the smoking will increase the machismo and sex appeal of the man. Next, how does framing affect the product they sell and the action of the consumer? A negatively framed advertisement message will make the consumer do not want to purchase the product. So, most of the advertisement will use the positive framing tactics to make the product sold. Framing tactics used by the Marlboro will affect the product, it depends on the intelligence of the consumer. Young boy tends to believe it will make them look cool and attract some girl, and the man will believe that by smoking will increase their sex appeal, while the truth is it will give them health disease.
From this conversation, this is how people affecting other people through persuasion in order to drag them into whatever scandalous scheme they were planning. Grant was determined to conspire Shari into this unethical and illegal business practice in order to get their profit. He was dragged into deceitful framing practice of the company, swallowing the fact that what they do was wrong and unethical decision practice.
If you worked at a company like Enron, would you raise your voice?
And there was a common saying at Enron, you either got it or you didn't get it.
There was a culture of silence.
Enron is a company that deals with everyone with absolute integrity.
Talking about my compensation, and if I step on somebody's throat on the way, that doubles it, well, I'll stomp on the guy's throat.
Framing is an important negotiation technique. Under conflict management, the negotiator often use framing as a way to achieve their own goals. The negotiation can also elect to frame an issue so that it's more likely to result in a win-win outcome. Framing takes another person's viewpoint into account and offers solutions that give everyone something of value to them.
If we were the new employees starting our career at Enron, knowing firsthand all the framing tactics that the company has done, we would possibly not comply and probably quit our job for a better future. Because all these framing tactics are unethical and somehow badly affecting other people financially. Besides, it involves big scope of corporate work practices due to their unethical business of conduct.
As of 1997, however, they started losing money and accumulating debt. Instead of admitting their mistakes and making changes, Enron executives decided to hide the losses through accounting tricks because they didn't want the Enron stock price to go down. Risky decisions kept being made, and the truth was hidden under the rug.
Enron purposely deceived the customers by concealing all the facts in order to make false impression of the company's performance. This unethical behavior should be strictly not permissible by the organization and the company as well. It will affect the whole organization at the end. An ethical business should at least comprises principles and standards that guide the behavior of the business conduct and code of ethics and build the trust between company, employees, and customers.
1. In December 2001, Enron ultimately filed for bankruptcy. Approximately 20,000 jobs and $2 billion in employee retirement funds were lost. Many executives were brought to justice, and some of them ultimately ended up receiving prison sentences. Enron was an early example of just how recklessly some corporations are managed.
Therefore, we would choose strong foundation of ethical environment that foster trust in the business relationship and bring greater outcomes to the society. It is a responsibility not only bestowed for the employees but for a company towards their workers too.
When you worked for a company that you believed in, and then you are lied to, and you feel betrayed by the people that you trusted, but I'll make it.